Hey everyone. Hey, so if you've never grouted thin brick before, there's a couple steps you probably want to take if you're going to be grouting it. You can smear grout it, but then if we take a look and see how rough the pores are on the brick, those will all get full. So if you do it and you're going to do it and show it in your mock-up, so that's what they're going to end up with, that's fine. But maybe they don't want all those pores filled with the grout. Well, that's where this comes in as a grout bag. Now, grout bags they're really nice. They used to be just almost like a fabric, and they would leak a little bit. Now they're plastic lined. What I like to do is they make tips for them like this, and I glue them up inside of the grout bag. Now, if you'll notice, the size of the tip is different here. The size, this is a new one. I ground this one down to open up the hole to make it a little bit easier to get the grout through. If you've got to squish it through this, squeeze it through this, it's a lot more energy out of your part getting the grout to come out of this than it is out of this. All right, so we've got that. So now how do we fill up our grout bag? So I like to fold the edges back a little bit. Make sure you can see all the way down inside your grout bag when you do this. So then you get your grout, you make sure you don't have any lumps in your grout. Make sure it's mixed up well. And then you pick it up, and you want this to go all the way to the bottom. You don't want to fill up halfway and have it sticking on the sides, because I'll show you what will happen. If you shake, you need to shake this down so the grout gets all the way to the bottom. Otherwise, you end up with pockets of air in the grout bag. And what happens when you start to squeeze that air tends to blow out. So that's one. Two, once you have the grout, you've got your grout bag filled up with grout. So now the next part is how to fold it. We don't just kind of roll it over and start. I like to fold it in a specific way. Some guys like to twist it. I'm not a twist. I like to fold it, get all the air out. If you keep air in there, as you go to squish the grout out, air comes blowing out and you get grout in your face, things like that. So I like to fold it up nice and tight, really tight. Don't let any grout come back up into this part of the bag. Otherwise you'll have that harder and harder to squeeze. Okay, so then we get our grout bag, we come up here, and then we want to fill that joint all the way up. We fill these joints all the way up. That's where the metal tip comes in handy. Rubbing along the edge of this brick, it doesn't take long. They make the little plastic tips on the end, those are fine, but if you're going to be doing lots of grouting, those plastic tips wear out in no time and you'll be going through grout bags. These grout bags with the metal tips, they can last up to a week probably of just grouting. So this is how we grout. So now after this sets up, I'll get the grout in it. After this sets up a little bit, I'll come back, we'll talk about tooling. One last thing I wanted to point out. So when you have the bottom of your brick where you have no support underneath and you come in and you start grouting, if you come in and just start putting in grout, a lot of times it'll just keep falling out. So what you can do is come in here, give it a really good hard squeeze at first to fill that joint up, and then work your way up. So notice how that fills all the way up. That joint gets filled all the way to the back. You don't want to leave any voids behind that. All right, so nice full joints, that's one of the key things. Another part is, let's talk a little bit. I talked about how rough the brick is. So if you can notice up here, you see the change in color between this and this. We've rolled a grout release on this, a sealer to help, a grout release to help protect the brick so that this grout doesn't go off so fast on the face, gives us a chance to clean up. So now if we're going to tool the joints, which this job calls for a tool joint, this one's calling for a concave tool. So they make these tools like this. They make some different types, but here's a concave tool like this, and all we're trying to do is get this to compact in the joint. So we want our grout to have started to set up where it's getting there. Maybe a little soft still, but not too bad. So we just want to get our joints tooled to get them nice and packed in there, nice and smooth. So once you do your short joints, you see how you've made a little bit of a joint problem on the long joints. Come back, fill those in, smooth those out. After we get them nice and tooled, then we'll come back and we'll do a light wash, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about the wash here in just a few minutes. Okay? Failed to mention, when you do a corner, you don't want to pull the joint this way, you'll pull the grout out. So you start from your outside edges and always pull in towards your field. You don't pull out towards the outside corner because it ends up just pulling the grout off. So That's one of the other things you want to keep in mind when you're tooling. So start from the outside and work your way back. And so same thing, here's a bottom joint, you'll want to work your way up like this. The nice thing that tooling does too, it gets rid of some of the excess grout on the top, and you're not waiting for all that grout to set up. You're just waiting for the grout that's in the joint, the mortar that's in the joint to set up before you can begin washing. Okay, we'll finish tooling this and then we'll come back when we're ready to wash. Alright, so now we're ready for wash. This is set up a little bit, but this is the high performance. I think it's a ANSI 118.7 grout, so it's a high performance cementitious. So it's got the calcium luminite cement, the accelerated drying cement. We leave this on there too long, we're going to have real issues. So that's why we tend to do things a little bit quicker. You can use a Type S mortar, a little more forgiving, but it's also weaker, has efflorescence issues, things like that. So more and more what we're seeing here, at least where I'm working at, is they're doing high performance grouts on exterior thin bricks and exterior tile. So we've got the grout release on here. So yes, I'm getting some on the top of this, some grout a little bit, but mostly it's just the sand, not a whole lot. Now just drag nice and clean in the direction of the brick. So lengthwise like this tends to work pretty good for us. Clean each joint, get them all nice and full. They've been tooled, they're concave as we were asked in our spec to do. So just a light rub. The stuff that's on the top isn't really going to get into those pores that much, and it's going to be mostly sand that you're bringing up on the top, and that sand isn't going to stick in those joints. So when we're done with all this, we're still going to come back and do a light clean. Hopefully don't have to use a sulfamic, but maybe we have to. But mostly just a detergent, just to get any last little haze off and make it all nice. We've got some movement joints to still put in. So after we're done with all that, then we'll be wrapped up with this one. All right, thanks.